Welcome to this DirectSmile video tutorial. In this video, I will show you how to create personalized image templates after installing Dsm VDP Studio and which options are available in VDP Studio for variable data printing. After you have started the program, click on the DirectSmile button on the left side of your desktop. The Quick Start menu will now open and display various options. You can change the language settings under the menu point Help. Please observe that the program must be restarted after any language changes. In the first step, we are going to create a Dsm Image Set. To do so, click on the Edit Personalized Image button. Here, the Dsm Assistant will help you with the first steps for creating your personalized image template. Fundamentally, you will always need a folder and background image when creating personalized image templates. Now we are going to create a new set together. Subsequently, create a folder for this purpose and give your DSM set a suitable name. Next, we will need a background image. Always ensure that your background images have a sufficient image resolution. You can choose between JPEG and TIFF files. PNG files are currently only supported in combination with DSM server products. The preparations for creating the DSM image set, as I will call it for the remainder of this video, are complete. Now the designer interface will open on your desktop, comprised of a toolbox, a dock on which you can store various tabs, as well as the directors window with which you can test the appearance of your image personalization. Next, add a text frame. In the default settings, you can use your installed fonts for the text frame. All OpenType, TrueType, and PostScript formats are supported here. When designing a DSM set, as a designer, it's always necessary to try out different names and name lengths. Along with the option to test your own names, you also have access to a list of predefined test entries. DSM supports all languages for image personalization. Now begin giving your design the finishing touches using the many functions that are available. Another type of personalization is found in picture font. Here, all letters of the alphabet are images that are stored in the working directory of the software. In addition, you can also store your own picture fonts here. All stored picture fonts are displayed in the properties of the text frame. Another design option is called clip font. This is a combination of two parts. The first part describes the letter as a vector path, and you can edit it individually in its form in the clip font editor. DSM uses clips as another part of clip font personalization. These are individual images that are drawn along the vector path. Along with the provided clip, found in the clip library, you can also use your own resources. Finally, I'm going to show you the picture-in-picture personalization. Here we have an additional personalized frame that can display images. The images for this must be available on your computer, in a network, or on the web. You'll be familiar with the DSM image personalization possibilities in just a short amount of time, and can create individual DSM sets for your customers. In the second part of this video, I would like to introduce you to the document creation in Indesign using VDP Studio. Click on the button Create a new document with Adobe InDesign. Now the DSM job window will open, as well as Indesign and the Dsm Bridge. Please wait a moment until all windows are fully displayed. Next, we will import a database in the DSM job window. Now save your InDesign document. This step is necessary because the link to DSM is created through this process. In this example, we will save the InDesign document as a postcard. However, you could also open a prefabricated document in Adobe InDesign or create a new document as in our example. Let us now turn to the Dsm Bridge, which establishes the interface between InDesign and VDP Studio. It contains all of the columns from the database. In order to insert a previously created DSM image set into our InDesign document, We're going to use the Square Image Frame tool and place it in the document. By pressing the Sync button in the bridge, the Indesign frame will be activated in DSM. Now you can select from a variety of variable content. In our example, we will choose a Dsm Image Set. After confirming your choice by clicking on the OK button, our Dsm set will appear in our Adobe InDesign document. In order to personalize our Dsm set with data from our database, we will select a variable from the database in the bridge. In the current example, we would like to personalize the image with the first name. By clicking on the Preview button, the first names from our database will appear in our InDesign document. Let us turn to another special feature of VDP Studio, the Assignment window. This gives us the option to define if-then relationships. If the first name is equal to an empty database field, for example, then the salutation and the last name should appear instead. Now we will continue with the other side of our postcard. If you wish to display text from the database directly in text, then double-click on the corresponding row. DSM will display a text variable in the same spot as your text marker in the document. Here, the real-time preview also gives us the possibility to recognize errors and fix them. You can create rules and conditions by using your own variables in the usual simple manner. Since the database field number 5 is empty, we will define a new variable, mySalutation. We will activate our InDesign frame with DSM via the Sync button in the bridge. Now you can see the variables currently displayed in the image frame. Here we will do just as we did before. mySalutation is hello, first name. If the first name is not available, then we will create the same if-then relationship as we did before. The content with which the variable mySalutation should be filled is comprised of a combination of static and variable text from the database. In the following allocation, the basic value, hello first name, will be initially defined. The exception for this allocation is, if the content in the database column is equal to 0, then use the free text. In this case, dear, followed by salutation and last name. As a result, the previously defined allocation for mySalutation appears in the bridge. Please observe that all text formatting must occur in the so-called editing mode. An indication of this is the display of the variables including the square brackets. You can switch between the preview and editing mode in the bridge via the Preview button. We will use the same process on the Address button. We will create a new variable, myAddress, and allot the variables from the database via the Assignment window. Allotting individual columns in your own variable has the advantage that double spaces or even blank lines are automatically corrected. See here for the address header example. Now we want to place a QR code on our postcard. For this we will select our Image Frame tool again. We will click on the Sync button again and select the barcode under Image Type. Now we will select the QR code. DSM creates a QR code from the content you created. In the example shown here, a cross-media website is referenced. Create a print document in the last step. In order to do so, you must press the Start key in the DSM job window. In the next step, you will have to export all fixed constituents of your InDesign document. Now in the Present Print dialog, select the format as well as the output device. Various tabs enable you to adjust the output file. Here, VDP Studio allows you to output files for professional data printing. With the built-in imposition software, you can especially go into greater detail on variable data printing. Depending on the output format, you will now create the variable print data. In the PDF format shown here, you see the imposed document. As a result, we have a duplex PDF. On the front of the postcard, we have our personalized Dsm Image Set. On the back, we have our variable text as well as our barcode for every individual dataset from our database. If you have any additional questions, feel free to contact us at any time. Write us a mail at sales@DirectSmile, and we will get back to you in a timely manner.